So what do you think? Is teaching your base ministry? Are you called to hold out the truth to other people? Now that we've explored the ministry of a teacher, let's move on and look at that of the pastor.
Let's look at pastor. Jesus the pastor. Now, pastor is simply a religious word that has come down to us over the centuries for a simple word, which is shepherd. That's what pastor means. It means shepherd. And in fact, in other languages, the language that I've just recently been translating from or into in some of the things I've been doing in Scandinavia, they just use the word shepherd for the word pastor. So, there are shepherds in churches and shepherds in the fields, which I think is very good because it means that people don't misunderstand what it's really all about. Jesus the pastor, the good and great shepherd of the sheep. Jesus said, I am the good shepherd. And it says in 1 Peter, when Peter is speaking of Jesus and of others who will lead, he says, and when the chief shepherd appears, you will receive the crown of glory that will never fade away. A pastor is one who shepherds the people, cares for others with tender hearts, sees need. They confront as well as encourage. Pastors long to see Christians grow to their full potential. They can easily empathize with others and stimulate them to care. A shepherd described in Psalm 23 is one who carries both the rod and the staff to rescue, the rod to discipline. The pastor is the one who so wants the sheep to do well, who so wants the sheep to be protected, to be taken care of, literally to be pastored. That's what the pastor is. A pastor enjoys seeing others grow, enjoys one-to-one conversation, because in that context, so often pastoral care takes place. The pastor enjoys showing hospitality, in other words, welcoming others into a relationship that will heal and help them. A pastor can get burdened by other people's problems. Is that you? Is that how you describe yourself? Words to describe a pastor: caring, sensitive, loving, confronting, supporting. Pastors in everyday life outside of church situation may be pre-Christian pastors, or maybe Christian pastors functioning as pastors outside of the boundaries of the church. Counselor, parent, social worker, nurse, life coach. That's a new one, isn't it? Is that you? Put in the margin 1 to 10 whether you sense that you're the pastor. Interestingly, when you take surveys of these ministries within the body of Christ, you encounter far more pastors than you do anybody else. Isn't that interesting? Don't you find it fascinating that within the economy of God, He puts far more carers into the body than anybody else? The intention is that as people are gathered in by the evangelists, people are inspired and instructed by the teachers, as people are envisioned by the prophets or captured by the heart-stirring visions of the apostles. Somebody's there to take care of them. See, because that's the reality, isn't it? We need people to be taken care of. And within the economy of God, it appears as though there are more pastors than anybody else.